Hi all, welcome to Learn IT. In the previous videos we learned AWS S3 Objects Management via AWS Command Line Interface. If you are new to AWS S3 and have not watched the previous videos, I request you to go through the playlist in sequence. Today, we will learn how to create a private bucket using AWS S3 Java SDK, how to get all buckets which are owned by the configured AWS user, how to enable and set default encryption on newly created S3 bucket, how to upload files to S3 and ensure encryption at rest, and how to download files from S3. Let's learn it.
So guys, you can see we have one bucket, that is Learn It demo bucket, which we had created in the last session. And today we will try to create one more bucket using Java SDK. So I have added one dependency for AWS Java SDK S3. Now let's have a look at the S3 test class that I have created. So here, first of all, I am creating S3 client, that is final object, out of Amazon S3 client builder, and I have provided region US East 1. And then I have created two variables, one is for bucket name and one is for folder name. Now let's look at the create bucket method that I have written. So in the implementation of create bucket method, I am first checking whether this bucket is already exists or not. So we can check using does bucket exist method. If it doesn't exist, then we can go for new bucket creation. So we have create bucket method inside S3 client that we can hit, and we have to pass create bucket request inside that. Once we get the bucket created, we have to block all the public access like we had done using AWS console in the last sessions. So we have to block all the public actions on our bucket using public access block configuration. So we can provide flag as true to block all public access that we had seen earlier in the AWS console. In the next line, I have created a server-side encryption rule, and I'll be using this server-side encryption rule to enable encryption on our bucket and to set up encryption algorithm on our bucket. And then I have called set bucket key enabled method and I have passed true. This setting helps us to use default bucket key when we do not specify whether the bucket key should be used for encryption along with our object request. In the next line, I am creating an object of server-side encryption by default class, and it helps us to use default encryption for new objects if we do not pass any encryption method for new objects put request. So I am setting encryption algorithm as AES 256. So if we go to this enum class SAC algorithm, then we can see we have two options as we have seen in AWS console, that is AES and KMS. Now I can use this encryption by default object to initialize my server-side encryption rule. And after that, I am calling set bucket encryption, and inside that I am passing server-side encryption rule. So in this way, we have enabled server-side encryption on data at rest on our S3 bucket using algorithm AES256. Then I have added list buckets method, which is very simple. I am calling S3 client.list buckets and I am looping over all the buckets and displaying the bucket names. Now let's try to upload a file. I want to upload a file from my local storage to my newly created S3 bucket. So let's have a look at upload file method. So here, first of all, I have to specify whether I want to use any encryption on this object or not. So I am passing server-side encryption as AES256 inside object metadata. So first of all, I have created one object metadata instance And now I have created input stream out of my file, and then I have created a put object request. Inside put object request, I am passing bucket name, and second is key, that is folder name plus file name. Then I am passing input stream and object metadata. And finally I have called s3client.put object. So in this way we can upload a file to newly created S3 bucket and ensure encryption of our objects. And finally I have added a call to download this file from S3 bucket. So I am using the same bucket name and folder name and file name and calling S3 client.get object, and out of the S3 object I am getting object byte stream, and now I am writing that object byte stream into a new file in the same directory. So I have created output stream of my new file, and I have used it to write all the bytes of S3 object into this file. So guys, I have one file in my local storage that I want to upload to my newly created bucket. Now let's execute this program and check whether our bucket is getting created and our file is getting uploaded and downloaded. So guys, you can see it has created a new bucket, that is Learnit S3 demo bucket, and after that it has listed both the buckets. Like earlier we had Learnit demo bucket, and now we have one more, that is Learnit S3 SDK demo bucket, and also file upload and download is done successfully. Now let's visit the AWS console and check whether it has created the bucket or not. So guys, you can see it has created a new bucket, Learnit S3 demo SDK bucket. And if we go inside this bucket, we can see one photos folder that we have created, and we can see one image aws.jpg that we had uploaded. Now let's check whether it has downloaded the file back or not. So we can see the same file is downloaded. So guys, we have covered some S3 operations using S3 Java SDK. In the next video, we will be learning about S3 website hosting feature. Thank you for watching this video.